Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's off the cuff video, guys. So what does that mean? I record and upload. There is no fancy editing going on. You want to see my intro symbol at the beginning. You know, if I'm filming and noise starts happening outside or the cows outside the wall here start crying out for food, I can't do nothing about that. I do have a transition button, so if there is something like it rains heavy, like it's starting to rain now, and you can't hear me, I can, you know, stop and just hopefully it just, you know, fizzles off and I can carry on. These weekly Wednesdays, basically you guys ask me questions and I answer them. It's primarily model focused, and it is 99% of the time GW stuff that we talk about. Things that, you know, rules, and you just ask me questions about anything really. I answer them. If I come across any sneaky things like tools and any sneaky sort of materials we can use for basing and models and stuff, any storage solutions, I bring it to your guys' attention, that you know. That sometimes there's terrain questions that come in, I answer, just rather than try and get all terrain questions and put them into one, you know, terrain Q&A. I just slip them in the weekly Wednesday. Some information what's going on with me and around the workshop and everything else. And we have the weekly vote on models, and the weekly vote is I show you models and you guys vote on one model or unit of models for me to paint next Monday. Okay. All my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. Let's get on with some questions. But first of all, just to remind you guys, I'm still doing commission painting, terrain builds and let's builds. What does all that mean for everyone that's new? Commission painting, I paint models for you, and then, you know, there's the price attached to it, whether it's a price or whether it's a box of something else or whatever it is. You know, it's not a big issue. Or if you want it painted to a certain stage where it's about ready, or it's finished, or it's painted to a stage where you can come in then and just dry brush and wash it, and, you know, that sort of stuff. Terrain builds, again, you know, just custom build terrains to bits, you know, different bits of terrain for you. Or let's builds. What would someone do a let's build? What would someone send me a box of models they can put it together for me, and I'll give you this, or I can pay you this, or whatever it is, because some people don't have the time or the space to do it safely with kids and, you know, pets and whatever else, and work. So that's still on there. Next week the videos, the content will probably slow down a little bit because I'm due back to work next week. I don't know what way that's going to work, because I don't know. These guys are as awkward as anything, so I don't know what's going to happen there. This week's terrain, I'm a little bit behind time because I'm doing 5 tiles, sorry. One of them's just a plain tile, but I'm doing 4 detailed tiles, and it's just, there's a lot of filler mixing involved, and it's just trying to get the time to get it done, and I'm not being left alone to get it done. Let me just put it that way and just leave it like that. I'm not being left alone to get things done that should be done. I still don't have Imperial magazine, so if it's not here by the weekend, I'm gonna have to phone them and say, look, you know, what's the story here? I have a few questions now, guys. I have started the Indominus box. Why did you not do let's build on all of the bits in the box, like all the Space Marines and all the Necrons, like in one video each? There's a good reason for that. I didn't think about it. I just, okay, I'm going to build this today. Oh, okay, I'm going to build that today. Again, when I started doing that, I wasn't being left alone to do it, and I was trying to get them done in the morning, first thing in the morning, when everyone else is asleep, and I can be left alone. But then as soon as I started doing 1 or 2 of those, I had to do them separately after that. But my aim for 10th edition is, you know, when that comes out, to get the Space Marines from that, and just maybe do one video of just building those. Even if it's a 2-hour video, doesn't matter. It's just one video of doing all of those. When the Tyranids come in there, again, the same thing again. From what I understand is Space Marines and Tyranids. That could change, but I don't very much doubt it. But it's not Blood Angels. I think they're painted up to look like Blood Angels, but they're not. They're just generic Marines. You know, I could be wrong. It's not gospel, but just that's what I've heard and been told a few times. So we will see. Hopefully that is, because that would be very nice. And if that is the case, then I'll probably get 2 boxes just because I'm greedy. And if I actually would have actually realised when Indominus come out, I would have actually got 2 boxes of Indominus. See, when Indominus came out, I didn't realise it was a special, a special edition box basically, and then everything else after that is Recruit, you know, Command and whatever else the other one is, Veteran I think it is. But if I would have realised over a Indominus box, I would have got 2 of them. But this is a very interesting question now. Why do you do some of your terrain builds but not use your full skill set of building and just do simple terrain? See, I keep trying to do terrain to build it as simple and as cheap as possible. And not only that, so you guys can follow along and do it yourself. But at the same time I'm saying it, sometimes I don't need to go detail. Sometimes I want to. I think it comes down to how much time I'm actually have on the build or left alone to do the build. There's some groups on Facebook that I'm part of, and they build these big massive foam houses and like medieval type houses, and they're absolutely brilliant, fantastic. But when you hear them say they spent 8 months doing it, it's like, well, if I had 8 months to build something, it would be fantastic as well. It would be, you know, everything would be perfect on it. But I don't have that. I usually have a week, maybe 10 days to try and get stuff done, and it's hard. It was hard before with work. So if I did find myself ahead, I would embellish it more and go crazy on it. But again, depends on what it is that I'm building. If I'm building a ruined building, I don't need to go over the top. If I'm building the medieval house made out of the cat food box, if you haven't seen that, guys, go and check it out. But again, that was 2 parts because, again, I had to wait for stuff to dry and I wasn't left alone. What do I mean by left alone? The 4 tiles I have over there now, okay, they were supposed to, I was supposed to embellish them last Monday, not Monday just gone, the Monday previous in the afternoon. Nothing, you know, not over the top, just X, Y, and Z, maybe an hour and a half work, because I'm very productive when it comes to things like that, if I organise my time properly. It was actually, I think it was Friday or Saturday, just gone, that I actually embellished them. So then I was meant to film mix them, and I only film mix 1 because I'm not left alone to get on with things. I'm put under a little bit of unnecessary pressure and stress that shouldn't be there, you know. And those of you, you know, some of you are looking at this now going, I sort of understand what you're talking about there, John. It makes no sense to me, because I can spend 8 hours in the garden, no problem. I can spend 8 hours out there cutting timber, no problem. The moment I come through these doors to film content and do stuff, there's a big ooh plastic man. But I'm not going to go too much into that, because it's not the type of thing to chuck on here, but it's just, it does frustrate me. It does. Because if I was left alone since last September when this channel just hit 100 subscribers, if if I was left alone from then, this would be my full-time job now, without you know, any sort of questions or any sort of shadow of doubt. But you know, I can't. So to answer the question, it depends on what time I have and what I'm building. I mean, I've got some detail on that build there, not as much as I wanted, but it's. I feel under pressure now to try and get that finished, and then I could end up start to rush it because I want to get it finished, not only for you guys, but also because those tiles there are going with the other tiles, and there's going to be a battle report played on them, so it needs to get done as soon as possible. On that note, I want to say a big massive thank you to everyone, because not only has that last battle report had over 100 views with some excellent average view time for everyone. Thank you very much, guys. Last week's Weekly Wednesday has gone over 100 views as well, which is absolutely blown my mind. The only other Weekly Wednesday that's done that was the Children of Chaos Weekly Wednesday, which I showcased my fantasy, you know, Chaos Demons and Chaos Warrior army, which is actually fantastic. There is some videos that I wanted to get done, and again, because I've not had the time, that's frustrated me a little bit. A video of my favourite terrain pieces and undocumented terrain pieces that I've built, you know, that as was requested by one of you guys months ago. I was meant to do it, you know, a while ago. Just again, it goes back to not having the time. The 3-month army showcase is due to be done at some point this week. For those of you who don't know what that is, I did it roughly 3 months ago. I think it's just over 3 months ago. And I got all the 40k models out that I've painted and glued for each army. And the plan is to then do it again, say like today. I can't do it today, but to say do it today. And to get all the models that I've put together and painted since then. I was going to do all of it and have everything that I've already done previously at the back and all the new stuff at the front, say like for the Necrons and for this, but I thought to myself, no, because eventually it's going to get to a point where I'm spending 9 hours setting everything up. I might as well just do the stuff I've done in 3 months, like every 3 months or so, and then when it comes to a battle report and I'm using something that you haven't seen for a while, it's like, oh, hold on a minute, I remember that. When did you paint that? Oh, and oh, let's have a look at this. You know, that's my thinking anyway. But the Skaven army, I wanted to put the Skaven army together and just do a video of just repairing and rebuilding, you know, the Skaven army, and then maybe do a painting challenge on them. Get them all up and done out of the way, because they're no good sitting in boxes, you know, to be put together. They're no good sitting in bags waiting to be sorted out. They're no good glued together and just shiny silver, lead or grey plastic sitting in a storage box, in a, you know, storage model carry case or a storage box with the foam trays in it. That's no good. They need to be painted up and done and ready. But with that said, there is a lot that I've been doing off camera. And I'm going to show you some of it when we come to the back. I'm going to show you some of it that I've been doing. You'll be like, whoa, my goodness me. There's over 2,000 points. Okay. I would probably push and say maybe nearly 3,000 points of old lead models that I've stripped of paint. Totally stripped of my paint. Now I'm going through the painstaking task of gluing them back into the base. But I'm gluing them into a 25mm base. All of them. Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, all of them into a 25mm base. Because they have the little bar underneath their feet that slots into the slot base. And then the plan is from there, then glue the 25mm base onto the 32mm base or the 40mm base. That's the type of thing. But it's just... I waffled on again. I apologise. I get carried away with these sort of things. If I get the time, I increase it. And actually, it's one of the things that I can make a really amazing it's always amazing, but I can make an amazing detailed piece of terrain, and it gets, you know, a heap of views, 1 or 2 new subscribers. I make a very simple piece of terrain with very little embellishments, and it's just very, very simple. He gets loads of views, loads of new subscribers, and I go, I want to make these amazing pieces that people go, what's that? But that's not bringing in the subscribers. Whereas the very simple stuff is. You know, so I think, and someone said to me as well, don't build things for us to follow along. Build things that you want to build. Because not only when you build it, we go, oh well, we can feel the passion from it because you're into it. If it's easy build, it's easy build. If it's a complex build, it's complex build. You have people that want to watch it just for the sake of looking at it. You have people that want to look at it and go, actually, I could build that, but I would produce this and this and do it their own way. And you have people that will look at it and go, okay, that's nice, but let me see if we can make it for me. And so I think after these boards, I think I'm just going to build what I fancy building. In all honesty, I mean, you guys chuck on below and let me know, because I'm not lost with it. I'm trying to cater for everyone, and it's not difficult for me. It's just I don't have the time. There's a lot of thinking that goes into it. I've held on that question for a long time there. I have seen a lot of Let's Build videos recently. How's the pile of shame doing? Absolutely fantastic. I'm actually delighted with this. So delighted. Now, I'm going to run you through what I've got here. I've got a Gorgon / Cygor, which is for the Beastman army. I'm going to probably put them together as a Cygor and put them on a square base, because all of our Beastmen are on square bases. But you can use them in AOS as well. So, but I'm thinking of more fantasy, which is it's a big build. It's the size of a giant, that type of size. I've got 2 boxes of Chaos Knights, which I probably will do Let's Build on camera with, but I'm not sure. I'll need to, when it comes to them, I need to look and see if GW still sell them, which I'm sure they do. I also have loads of them over here still to paint, so you know, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that's done, so I'm quite happy. I have a Orc Chariot. Again, I don't know if that's still, well, it doesn't matter if it's the one still used or not, because it can still be built. But just, you know, I have the 7th edition box of Warhammer down there, all the Skaven stuff to build, which is pretty straightforward. Most of it is literally shield onto model, model onto base. That's it. I have 3 boxes of horrors, and I have another 10 individual horrors in the battalion box. I have 2 boxes of Seekers down here, and another 5 Seekers in that box. There are 20 Bloodletters in that box. I have a box of Beastmen and a box of Marauder Warriors. That's the pile of shame. And from Imperial Magazine, I'm still waiting on the next lot to come in because it still hasn't arrived in yet. All I've got left is 1 Toonblade. That's here. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to hang on and wait for the other 2 to arrive and just do all 3 of them together. But if that's not the case, because I mean the Catafran Destroyers, is that how you pronounce it? They will be, there'll be another 2 of those coming soon. But I've already done one of them on camera, so I don't need to build the other 2 on camera. I can build them off camera, which I think with the Toonblade might be the best thing to do. Just do 1 on camera and then just crack on with the other 2 off camera. As I said, there's over 2,000 points of lead models here to sort out as well, which is just, it's not frustrating. It's just like, oh, wow, this is a lot. Now the plan is to glue them all into 25mm bases. Then I can put them into the other bases afterwards, or just glue them onto bigger bases afterwards. But separate them into, there's 3 armies basically: Eldari, Chaos Space Marines, and Space Marines. Just separate them into trays of 1 of each, and then start looking and going, okay, this guy here, Chaos Sorcerer for example, he's missing an arm. Let's sort his arm out. Give him an arm. You can have to convert an arm, doesn't matter. Then move him to one side. And just keep moving through them like that. So then all of a sudden I've got a whole tray of models that are ready to be painted. And I can just then start bringing them into the vote and show you guys. But anyway, I'm going to bring you down and show you the vote. And I'll actually show you that box of the lead models in there. But there's 2 more boxes of just lead parts over there. Just you know, to sort out. Yeah, but I'm going to bring down, show you the vote, because there's some silly amount of things here now to vote on. I know what I think you guys are going to vote on, but I haven't jumped the gun and sprayed it up or anything, because you might surprise me. But the rules for voting are simple. You get a vote. The vote has to be cast before 12 midday on Friday. If I come and look at the comments and look at the voting, and it's 1 o'clock Friday afternoon, that's what it is. You know, it's just when I get a chance to, you know, have a look at it. So I'm going to bring down and show you, and we'll see what's going on. First of all, here's one tray. As you can see, there's Space Marines there, there's Librarians, there's Chaos Space Marines, Metal Gun Space Marine, there's Terminator, there's Howling Banshees, there's Dark Reaper Exarch there with a little flail thing above his head. There's an old Khan of Betrayal model, which will probably do a Chaos Hero with Mark Corner's Chaos Terminator back there. There's a Fighter and Phoenix Lord. There's Swooping Hawks just here and there. There's Eraman, is that his name? The one that cast a spell that turned 1,000 suns into dust. But that's the old version of him. I prefer the new one, so he's just going to be converted up. There's another 2 boxes that have like this, just all loose stuff in for me, of this size for me to sort out. It's absolutely stupid. Anyway, I'll start over here. So we have the focuses. Usual suspects. Blood Crushers, 3 of. There's 5 Necron Immortals. There's the Necron big guy, Illuminar. There's a Chaos Lord. Fantastic model. There is 3 Blade Guard Veterans. There is 3 Eradicators. Which is, you know, Space Marines, everyone knows, not everyone likes Space Marines, and they think they're an easy paint, so it's not as a ancient. The Judicaro, his name is. There's 2 heroes. They both believe they're captains. There's one with a shield. And there's this lad here with a sword and a plasma pistol. Then we have these usual suspects. There's 5 Seekers. There's 6 chosen Chaos Space Marines there, but I think the one at the front with the Power Maul is going to be something else, because I think there's only 5 in the unit. There's 20 Cultists again. I still haven't even glued those 2 into the base, which is the story of everything. Then we have 10 Skitarii Rangers. We have 10 Demonettes. Excuse me. We have, sorry, I need to bring a drink of water over me because I'm talking I do. We have the pipes. My money's on the pipes, because every time terrain goes up, it always gets voted on. We have the Admech Engine Seer, which I think I put together yesterday. And we have Mr. Ra, the Phoenix Lord, Dark Reaper Phoenix Lord. Again, some amazing models, easy to build. Sorry, I talk too much, so I get dry throat and then I start coughing. And there's the wild card as well. What's the wild card? If you vote for it, you'll find out on Monday. For those of you that didn't catch Monday's video, this was the wild card. There's absolutely Absolutely amazing model. Now, I really experimented with some new colours on this one, and I absolutely loved it. It's fantastic. I can put it back in properly without knocking everything. So guys, I hope I've answered those questions for you. If you have any questions for me, and I do apologise, I waffle on far too much. If you have any questions for me, chuck a comment below, okay? And I will answer it next week, weekly Wednesday. If you don't want to be chucking a comment below because you think people are going to laugh at you or whatever else, you can go to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page. There is a messenger button there. You can message me directly, and you know, I won't mention your name or anything like that. There is no stupid questions. Okay, there is none. Every question needs an answer, and every question is useful information to somebody. So there is no silly questions, no stupid questions. Okay, we all started off, you know, and it's all, as I always say, it's best to have as much information as you can about a certain subject or a particular thing that you're doing, then you can make your own mind up. So guys, if this video's helped you, you've enjoyed, you know, looking at the vast pile of stuff that I have to do and, you know, everything else, please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and guys, don't forget to vote, please. I know it's going to probably be blown up with the pipes, that's what I'm expecting, but I didn't jump the gun and spray them, because there's a lot of things here that it's going to be, you know, a lot to vote on. And I think it's going to get to a point where I'm going to get annoyed with seeing the same models in here, and then I will probably go, right, just paint them, and I'll just do a painting video on them. You know, so don't panic. Everything has to be built, everything has to be painted. So if there's something you're voting on and it's not winning, don't panic. It will get painted because it all has to be painted. More so demon stuff, because demon codex is coming, I want them done. So, but it doesn't mean that you vote on whatever you want. So I'll get annoyed with them and I'll just go, right, let's paint them all. But anyway, I'll waffle them again. Guys, until next time, take it easy. I'll see you later.